May 1999, hinatulan ang 7 salari ng habang buhay na pagkakabilanggo para sa kasong kidnapping, serious illegal detention with homicide and rape.
Please naman, bigyan mo naman kaming peace sa pamilya namin. Namatayan kami ng 2 anak. Sakit yun eh.
The kidnapping, rape, and murder of Sisters Mary Joy and Jacqueline Chiong shocked Cebu and the whole country in 1997. Many has already moved on, but not everyone has forgotten it. Even until now, Filipinos are still gripped in this case. Why? Possibly because of its signature roller coaster plot twist, revelation of each side of the story, and incompetence in serving the justice for both families. But the most significant factor that made this case arise is because of missing the most important part, which is the conclusion. The public has never seen the real end to all of this. That is why they concluded on their own. As they conclude, their shared perceptions bind and unite them as one, and these conspiracy theories were formed.
Conspiracy theories. Almost 24 years have already passed since the disappearance of sisters Mary Joy and Jacqueline Chiong happened on July 16, 1997. And yet, people keep on coming back to remembering this case because there's a lot of questions that still need to be answered and clarified. Up to the present time, several theories have surfaced regarding the murder of the Chiong sisters.
According to journalist Leo Lastimosa, Dionisio Chiong, the father of the victims, was trusted cohort of Peter Lim, who was under congressional investigation for drug trafficking. He worked for Lim's trucking business at that time. Dionisio was fired and he was set to testify against his former boss in front of the Congressional Committee on Dangerous Drugs. That's when his daughters went missing and he chose not to testify. The internet sluts consider this as a possibility for the reason of disappearance of the sisters. However, the war against drug is not aggressive as it is now, which is why the investigation did not give focus to this angle.
Journalist Lastimosa also claimed that the police officer who arrested Paco Larrañaga worked as bodyguard for Lim. The suspect young men are children of Cebu City, prominent families, so others speculated that their families were rivals of this businessman. This was probably why they were chosen or framed up as suspects. Many Cebuanos believe that controversial businessman Peter Lim might know something. Could Peter Lim really be the one behind the manipulation in this crime?
Rumors circulating about the present condition of the Chiong family started circulating in the social media. People saw a photo of Peter Lim attending the wedding of Debbie Chiong, who is the youngest daughter of Janisha and Tony. Some of there went as far as to think that Debbie is actually Jacqueline, since her body was never found. The photos of the Chiong family resulted to a theory that one or both sisters are still actually alive and living or hiding in Canada. This will lead you to think that is the sisters really dead? And did Jacqueline really came back home? We should know.
Judge Ocampo's body was found on October 7, 1999 at the Waterfront Hotel in Lapu-Lapu City, Cebu. Initial police report said that Judge Ocampo's body lay on the floor of his hotel room with a 25 caliber pistol and a alleged suicide note where he explained his loss of hope and purpose. After in-depth and complete autopsy on the body, Dr. Raquel Fortun verified that it was a suicide. Although the Senate panel has closed this case, there were still rumors that Ocampo might have committed a mistrial in the Chiong Sisters case, which may perhaps result in his murder. People are considering the possibility of murder because NBI found a shred of hair that does not belong to Ocampo. Thelma Chong, the mother of the victims, also has a connection with the Supreme Court, which made the Chiong Sisters case progressive, and her disapproval with Judge Ocampo's verdict made people think that she could be a suspect if ever he was actually murdered.
Mirfar Gonzalez, a Cebu-based lawyer, made a compelling argument against the unlawful conviction of the Chiong Seven, who were tagged as suspects to the Chiong Sisters case in 1997. In a long Facebook post, Attorney Gonzalez revealed that her father was the lawyer that defended one of the accused, Jasmine Aznar. She was still a law student when her father defended Aznar that time. Later on, she formulated conclusions of her own by closely studying the case. Paco Laranaga and 6 other men who are all well educated in science of wealthy families in Cebu would not waste time admitting a crime they didn't do. For her, the accused have been telling the truth and they are innocent. These are some of the factors that Attorney Gonzalez considered.
Whether these speculations and allegations had any validity, what everyone agrees on is that the investigations and trials were not properly handled, and there was gross incompetence at work that changed many lives miserably. The Chiong Sisters rape-slave case remains one of the most controversial crime cases in the Philippines, not just for the brutality of the crime, but also for the way that justice has been served to the families of the victims and suspects. How long will the Filipinos endure? How many more years will it take before we would demand for the change? And how many lives will be devastatingly changed before the judicial system of the Philippines learns to impose lawful justice?